Good afternoon. I'm making this video as a piece so that I can reflect and kind of think back about what is working for me and things that I need to improve on. So in the beginning, 1 month and a half, 9 weeks ago, when I started, I had no idea what I was doing, and it was very overwhelming. And now I'm starting to feel a little bit more comfortable in the classroom. I feel like I've improved in getting control of the group. That's a work in process, but I have some call and responses that I use. I'm also using some positive reinforcement. One of the things I'm doing is during math, the best table of the day gets to use these cute little math manipulative tools, and the kids really seem to be liking that. Also, I give out cat cards, and they can use those to buy things every other Wednesday, and then we give out table points. And on Fridays, the table with the most amount of points gets popcorn, so they really love that. But anyway, when I started doing lesson planning, I was writing like 4-page script of what to say. And so now I don't do that anymore, so I'm really happy about that. And I made a little kind of like a flow chart that I fill out for every lesson plan. It just says things like pre-lesson, what should I be doing? What do I need to make copies of beforehand? What do I need to read? And then the next category is setting things up, like making sure the technology is ready to go before I start the lesson, making sure I have all of my teacher's manuals and workbooks and things at my disposal. Then I write the name of the lesson, what the subject is, and then I start with a positive greeting, trying to make the students feel safe and comfortable, having a little discussion, and then also asking students what they need to get out of their desk, down to the pencil, the notebook, the student activity workbook, expo marker, whiteboards, what have you, whatever they need out on their desk at that moment. Sometimes we have to grade homework, so I'll put down the homework that needs to be graded, the page number. In bold letters and highlighted in yellow, I put names on your paper. I made the mistake a couple times early on of not reminding kids to put their names on their paper, and then stuff comes in, we don't know whose it is, and that's kind of a fiasco. So learn the hard way on that one. And then I start writing down the connections, like stuff that we've been working on. So I'll go into that a little bit, and then I explain to them what we're going to be doing today. So kind of giving them that expectation for the student learning of the lesson. Then I begin my lesson. So I put on here to make sure that we're using higher order thinking. So I try to, when I'm walking them through, let's say a math question, that I use those words such as analyze and evaluate, differentiate, compare and contrast, set up or interpret. So I'm, like I said, trying to make that part of the language throughout the lesson, so that they're able to use that higher order thinking. If I'm using any YouTube videos, which I've been having fun with that, I'll find like a little 2 or 3 minute clip where it has a song, maybe a famous popular singer, and they've rewritten the words that have the count bys. So the kids are really liking that. I found some fun ones. And then any notes that I want them to write down in their notebook. I have those at my side. They're all ready to go. I write them down with the students on the document camera. And one thing I'm working on is trying to get more assessment information or data so I can see where they're at. And that's something that's like work in process. Today, for instance, I passed out a multiplication chart that was blank. And then I gave them 8 minutes to fill it out. So what I'm going to use this for is I'm going to divide it into like quadrants, like this right here. I don't know if you can see this, but quadrant 1, 2, 3, and 4. So I'm going to analyze these multiplication charts that the kids did. And of course, there's some that's empty. So I know this student doesn't know those or couldn't do them within the 8 minutes. So this student needs help with quadrant 2 and 4. And I'm gonna try to use this as feedback so that I know what areas the kids are struggling with and where they need more practice. So like I said, I'm starting to kind of implement some more assessment pieces so that can be used to adjust my teaching. So it's going well. I'm having fun, and tomorrow we're doing a little pumpkin candy experiment for our art class. I'm actually doing a STEM, so they're putting pumpkins, like little pumpkin candies, inside milk, water, oil, Sprite, Coke, you know, there's little various types of liquid. And then we're writing up a hypothesis, we're doing observations, and then we're writing our conclusion or our summary. So I'm excited to see how that goes tomorrow. And then I also made this to help the kids with their multiplication and division. It's a pumpkin seed skip counting chart, and I laminated them so they can draw on them. They can get them dirty, it doesn't really matter. And then I found pumpkin seeds. So we can do this through, you know, until December. And I'm going to use these with the kids. Didn't have time today. And that was another thing. I've learned I have to be flexible because sometimes I'll write down these things that I want to do during the time frame, and things take a lot longer than I think they're going to. So then I kind of have to push it on to the next day. Or there's been times where I got through the material really fast. So I always try to have like a little backup type activity that we can do, have that ready for the just in case we got through the lesson really quick. So it's kind of being prepared and having things ready. So anyway, like I said, I'm having fun. It's exhausting, but it is rewarding. The kids are awesome. And one of the kids asked me today, what do you want to be when you grow up? And I said, this is it. And I just thought that was so cute that maybe he didn't think I was grown up yet, but I think I am. But anyway, I just thought that was really cute and kind of, you know, pulls on your heartstrings. So anyway, thank you for listening, and I hope that's the kind of information you are looking for. Have a great evening. Bye-bye.